Okay, so let's go in and take a look around. This is the kitchen. And this is where we just came from. I'm backing up into the dining room and giving you guys kind of a panoramic here of the kitchen space. Looking into the great room and back into the dining area. Whoop, there I am. Hello. So when you look back there, the lighted area back there to the right of the hanging wall blanket is actually the master bedroom. So we can head in there first. The door in the center that is closed is to the basement. We will go there shortly. I'm going to give you guys the standard blah blah at the beginning of any video. Except my blah blah is telling you that please forgive our messes because my husband and I are still living here. We're actually selling this property for my mother. So as we hit the closets, you'll see that it is lived in. This door to the left of the blanket is actually the laundry room. So if we push that open, that is how the laundry room sits. With laundry behind the door there. Oops. And then we turn back around the other direction, and this takes us into the master bedroom. Straight back, you see the propane heater that's on the wall. I'm going to focus here a little bit and see if it'll... There we go. The bright outside afternoon light shining in. I'm going to get closer to that so that maybe the glare will get reduced a little. Okay, so this is the view outside the master bedroom window. The main valleys into the property. And waiting for the light to resolve itself there. Okay, this is looking back into the dining room out the main room, the door. This is the closet. And this is actually one of the smallest closets in the house. The two downstairs are smaller than the ones upstairs. And this comfortably fits mine and my husband's clothing. When we turn this way and head into the master bathroom. Oh, look, there I am again. This is the master sink. And if we head this way, turn the light on. This is the tub area. And there's the cabinet above the toilet there for linens. And the main sink area also has a lot of cabinet space as well. So, trying to keep everything in focus here. So we'll head back out of here and into the great room. I will pan up to the ceiling to give you guys an idea of the height of the living room. We'll go upstairs in a little bit and you can see the loft area. This is the main living room. Our furniture in here is fairly sparse because it's kind of leftovers from when my mom moved. She's already moved to Texas. These are the French doors out onto the deck that surrounds the house. Forgive the baby gate. here are the stairs that go up. This is the open flame propane heater in the living room. That's typically the only heater that we use, and it pretty well warms everything that we need warmed. So I'm going to back up into a corner here and see if I can give you guys a panoramic of the ceiling as well. There's all the way up to the ceiling. And now we will go back into the hallway. My dad had a lot of physical challenges during his last couple of years, which is why we have the rail down the hallway. All of the doorways are wide enough that if you had someone that was wheelchair bound, they would be able to comfortably get in and out of all of these rooms. This is the office space. And when you come in here, this is actually probably the smallest room in the house. I have shelving in the corner that could easily be taken out, and that area could be converted into a closet to make another bedroom. Again, French doors to the outside. There are 2 desks that are in this room. You could put a bunk bed there where that board is and comfortably have a couple of kids sleep in here. And then this is the other desk. This is my husband's office for his computer parts that he sells. So we will head back into the hall and head down the hallway. This looks out into the carport. We'll see it in more detail later, but you can comfortably fit 3 vehicles in here. We did that fairly regularly. This is the downstairs bathroom. It's a shower only. Linen storage below the sink and above the toilet. So now we will head across the hall. This is our son's room. This is also the other main floor bathroom or bedroom that we have right now. The closet over along this wall runs the entire length of the room. This room include the open space in this room I think is around 13 by 14 feet, if that gives you a way to gauge how much space there is in here. And so that is the main floor. So the next area that we will visit is upstairs. Upstairs there's 2 bedrooms and a loft. Both of the bedrooms have private bathrooms that are in the suite and very, very large closets. So here we go. So here we are going upstairs. This is the loft area. Try to move a little slower so everything stays in focus. This is a south facing wall right here. And there are the stairs that we just came up. I'm going to turn the camera so that you can see this from a vertical view for a little bit. All right. So this is the west bedroom. Whoops. Walk out to the middle and pan around and up. It's a really boring wall. Sorry about that. North-facing window. West-facing window. It's obviously afternoon. This is the bathroom in this bedroom. And this is the first walk-in closet. Sorry about our mess in here. We've got a lot of stuff stored. This is, I'll have to get you the exact dimensions, but it's pretty deep. It's kind of hard to tell because of our stuff in there. And then the ceiling is a cathedral ceiling. Again, kind of hard to get this angle because of how high they are. This gives a better representation of it by me going to the back corner of the room. So these rooms stay pretty warm in the winter with the propane heater going downstairs. So we'll head back out to the loft. And built-in bookshelves, light fixtures, cathedral ceiling out here as well. Again, north-facing windows. The glare of the afternoon sun makes it awfully bright. So, baby gate at the bottom to keep our son off the stairs. So we head across to the second room upstairs. This is the largest bedroom in the house. This is the bathroom connected to this room. Again, full 4-piece with the shower and tub. This one also has a really nice linen area. It's got shelves on top, shelves on bottom, and a nice tabletop in here for workspace. Kindle's getting a little confused because it's not used to moving around this much. Okay, so this is the largest bedroom. Wait for the light to kind of regulate itself here. I'm standing in the middle of the room, just panning all the way around. This rooftop that you see outside of this window is actually the rooftop to the attached carport. It will hold 3 vehicles comfortably, and you could probably squeeze a motorcycle in there or a 4-wheeler if you felt like you wanted to. And we are back around. That's the bathroom. We'll come back over here to the closet. So this closet is the biggest closet. It's about 8 to 10 feet. Trying to focus this so that it's a little easier on the eyes. This closet is about 8 to 10 feet wide. And also in the closets up above the bathroom in both bedrooms. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's actually additional loft storage space. for some lightweight items. And we're gonna skip past all of our junk and come back out here to the bedroom. And I'm gonna go over here to this corner. After you see the view here, this is actually facing toward the pond. The trail that's over to the right will take you up to the pond. And those are fruit trees that you see down there. There's a peach, 3 apples, and a cherry tree. So there's that view. It's taking a second to regulate. That's why it was dark. Sorry about the dirty window. This is the view out of this window. There's a spillway down there below the house. It actually is runoff from the pond, and it typically is wet about 8 months of the year. Over here to the left, you see where it's really brushy, and it kind of goes at a diagonal into the distance. That's the creek, and it is typically wet. Oh, look, there goes a critter. It's typically wet about 10 months of the year. So I'm going back to the back corner of the room, looking back toward the loft, and there is the cathedral ceiling. It comes over to the ceiling fan in this room. So that is your upstairs. Last but not least is the basement. So we'll head down that way right now. Have a small area of pantry space here for any food that you might need access to. Oh, sorry about that. That was my finger blocking the camera. We head down the stairs. Have to watch your head when you get down to the bottom. Here's the basement. The entire underside of the house has been insulated. I guess this is obviously an unfinished basement, so I'm just going to kind of pan around and let you guys look at it. I'll slow down a little bit, I guess. Okay, move over here. This is the other room. This is actually the area that is under my son's room, at the end of the hall. And there's storage shelving built in. There's 2 shelves. The bottom shelf is about 4 feet off the floor to give you... No, it's about 3 feet off the floor. Excuse me. So these pylons that are on the inside of the wall were built to help reinforce the walls in the basement. There's not very much light back here. More shelving and extra insulation there. See some of our stuff that we haven't filed in the trash can yet. Okay, this is the other end of it. That's our tower garden, that round thing. So we didn't set it up this year because we didn't know how soon we'd be moving. This is the breaker box. I'll go ahead and open it up and let you, whoops, take a look at it. There's the breakers, and my dad was very careful to make sure things were clearly marked whenever they built several years ago. This room, this plywood, is actually framing in the shop that's in the basement. So we'll go in here I didn't turn the light on in here yet, so it'll be dark momentarily. Okay. This is the shop area. This is where my dad spent a lot of his time tinkering with odds and ends. And Brent and I have done some woodworking too. This is the well area. This is where the well actually comes into the house. The well runs into the pressure, or into the salt first, then it runs into the filter, and then it runs to the pressure tank, I think. Hold, please. I'm sorry, it runs to the pressure tank, and it runs to the salt, and it runs to the house. This is a good thing, because if you ever have any issues with this part of your filtration, your salt will help to break up the hard water before it gets to the filter. That was one of the little things that we briefly had an issue with a couple years ago, but it's not an issue now. This is the unfinished bathroom. As you can see, it backs up to the breaker box. There's a toilet, and everything is plumbed for you to be able to have a complete bathroom down here. I just turned the light off. That wasn't my finger that time. And the next thing we can do is, this is the downstairs opening that was actually framed in. They framed it in so that they could secure the house. And we'll just go through this door and you can see outside. Okay. And when you open that up, you walk straight into the yard. That was my finger. This is the bottom porch. Let me paste it off and I can tell you how wide it is. Excuse our boxes again. Going back to my disclaimer at the beginning. I pasted it about 4.5 paces, which would put it in the neighborhood of 12 to 15 feet wide. And this is the yard. Below this daylily over here, you can see like the dark area there. There's actually a culvert there. And any of the gray water from the house runs down to that, as well as the gutter that runs along the deck on the main floor. So you have the gutter that runs along, and then it comes down this main pole, and then the runoff goes down here and down into this. So that is the basement and how the drainage, etc., works on the house. Here's a cameo from Blue. And I will start with the exterior in a moment. Okay, so now we're going to walk out the way that we came in, through the kitchen. You have several different options for walking in and out of the house. The laundry room could actually be used as a mudroom. Here is the front porch. I go down to the end of it and then turn around. $500-gallon propane tank. It runs us about $1,500 to $2,000 a year for propane. We fill it maybe 3 times. There's a driveway coming in, and this is where it pulls over in front of the house. Another cameo by Blue. Looks like he's going to accompany us on our walk here. Here's the carport area. There's one car. There's enough room for a small car in front of it, and then another where this lawnmower is sitting. It would hold a full vehicle. Out here, if I can shade the camera comfortably from the sun, we've got a full slab poured all out here in front of the house. So it's really nice and wide and gives you a nice amount of space. We'll walk around to the deck, take a look at that. The deck is our favorite room of the house. The washer and dryer work just fine, but with regard to the dryer, we like to hang a lot of our clothes outside because they smell so good. Like the air up here right now smells like honeysuckle. It's so fragrant. There are a lot of wild roses, wild blackberries, and wild honeysuckle. This is the deck. This is about, each of these boards is, I can't tell if it's 4 or 5 inches wide. I'll have to measure that and get back to you. If I'm not mistaken, it's in the neighborhood of 12 feet. So we'll just walk around the corner of the house here. And you can see that it runs the full length of the house. The house is 1,800 square feet. Some of my painting projects down there on the other end. But this is where we like to spend a lot of our time. And give you a idea of where we are. We're actually standing just above the door to the basement that we went out of earlier. It's a little bridge over to the other field. And that is the deck around the house. Next up will be the property, but I think I'll put it actually in a different video. So stay tuned and I'll get that one to you soon. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, just call me or give me an email. Shoot me an email, excuse me, and I'll answer it the best I can. Thanks.